After logging in, look for the for pension or sensation. Digestive clash. Coffee contains up to 26 locked-in choices. 0.5. The unplugged table, the digital dining room. The evening routine in the Hayes household had become a well-oiled, yet entirely disconnected, machine. Every night at precisely 6 p.m., the polished oak dining table transformed into a digital docking station rather than a gathering place. 7-year-old Leo would immediately prop up his tablet against his water glass, his eyes locking onto a chaotic barrage of brightly colored video game streamers. Across from him, 4-year-old Maya had her own protective casing propped up, her fingers slightly sticky with dinner as she swiped through endless, repetitive loops of animated singing animals. At the head of the table, their parents, Elena and David, were just as guilty. They often caught themselves scrolling through work emails, catching up on the daily news, or double-tapping photos on social media. The room was incredibly loud with digital noise, explosions from Leo's game, high-pitched jingles from Maya's cartoons, and the soft tapping of smartphone keyboards, yet it was completely devoid of actual conversation. It was the modern parent's ultimate survival tactic. After long, exhausting days filled with work deadlines, school drop-offs, and endless errands, handing over the screens felt like the only guaranteed way to make sure the kids would sit still and eat their vegetables without a meltdown. In the moment, those glowing rectangles were magic wands that brought an artificial peace to a frantic household. But lately, Elena had started to feel a growing, heavy unease in her chest. The meals were quiet, yes, but they were also hollow. The silent wake-up call. The turning point arrived on a gloomy, rainy Tuesday evening. Elena had spent an extra hour in the kitchen meticulously preparing Leo's absolute favorite meal, homemade baked macaroni and cheese with a perfectly crispy breadcrumb topping. She served it piping hot, expecting a bright smile, or at least a cheer of excitement from her son. Instead, Leo didn't even look up. His eyes remained glued to a rapid-fire Minecraft tutorial as his fork blindly stabbed at the pasta. He chewed mechanically, swallowing without even tasting the effort she had put into the dish. "How is it, buddy?" Elena asked, her voice barely rising above the relentless, booming sound effects coming from his tablet's speakers. "Fine," he muttered, completely monotonic, not missing a beat in his game. Next to him, Maya had eaten far past the point of being full. Mesmerized by a colorful cartoon pony, she kept opening her mouth like a baby bird, absent-mindedly accepting whatever David spoon-fed her. She was completely ignoring her body's natural signals. When the cartoon finally ended 10 minutes later, the spell broke. Maya suddenly clutched her stomach, her face twisting in discomfort, and she began to cry, complaining of a terrible tummy ache from overeating. David looked at Elena over the tops of their children's brightly lit screens. The realization hit them both with heavy, undeniable clarity. Their children were missing out on the joy of the food, the comfort of their family's presence, and the basic, necessary awareness of their own bodies. The screens weren't just taking away the chaos of parenting, they were taking away the childhood experience of the family table. The unplugged experiment. Later that night, after the kids were finally tucked into bed, Elena and David sat in the quiet kitchen and made a firm pact. "No more screens at the dinner table," David declared, placing his own smartphone on the highest kitchen shelf as a symbolic gesture of surrender. "Not for them, and certainly not for us." Elena nodded, though she felt a tight knot of dread forming in her stomach. "It's going to be rough, David. We're breaking a habit we created. We used it to make mealtimes easier, and now we have to face the music." The next evening, the screen-free dinner rule was officially unveiled. The reaction was